This is the Jess and Hardcover movie news, comic news. I don't even know what the hell we call this show anymore. News show for the week of June 8th. Thanks once again, patrons, for joining us. And with me, as always, is the best damn co-host in the business, Mr. Jess Bragg.
Heyo.
How are you feeling, man? You had a bit of a stomach flu the past few days.
I've been in bed for the past 6 days, and I'm happy to be up and showered and dressed and shaved, and I feel good.
And in some pants, right?
I'm at like 80%, which is good enough to go see Wonder Woman today.
I don't know if you're like me, but when I get sick, I'm like, I just don't want to put on pants. Like I'm in sweats all the entire day.
Oh, I was in my pajamas for 6 days.
Yeah, I'm the same way too. I'm like, just don't bother me, leave me alone. I'm in my sweats.
Yeah.
I just want to burn through this fever or whatever it is that's going on.
Yeah, I wanted no attention from anyone. I just wanted to be left alone.
Just leave me with my books.
I couldn't even read. I could watch a little TV, but everything hurt so much I couldn't even read.
Man, so you really got hit hard with something.
Yeah, it's lasted a long time. It's supposed to take a week to run its course, so I'm coming up on that. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Good. It was a stomach flu, right?
Yeah, but let's not have your listeners in on my disgusting illnesses.
Sorry. I know typically I have like an iron stomach, and I've had stomach flus before, and it's just, ooh.
Yeah, I don't have an iron stomach, so this one was unpleasant.
Yeah, well, we've got a few things to talk about today in regards to Wonder Woman. That's a really popular one. Tom Cruise has a movie out this week, and it doesn't look too good.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. James Gunn talked about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. A certain iconic artist is getting immortalized in the form of, well, it's an interesting way he's getting immortalized. I thought it was pretty cool. There is a biopic coming out from an iconic superhero, and a cult anime is getting a live-action adaptation. Finally, at least that's what they're saying. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it, because I know you've got to see Wonder Woman really soon, in fact, before tonight's show.
I'm leaving in half an hour to go see it.
All right, so let's go through this really quick. So first things first, Wonder Woman banks $14.4 million on Tuesday, but Patty Jenkins, the director, isn't signed for a sequel yet.
That's, in my opinion, only a matter of time before she just, as you said in the pre-show, they back up the truck and open it up, and she just pulls money out of it until she's satisfied.
Yeah, it really is just a matter of time. They're gonna get her. The movie's a box office success, and they're just gonna back up, like I was saying, back a dump truck full of money just to her house. And if need be, they'll bring 3 more dump trucks full of money, because that's about how much money she's making on Wonder Woman right now. It's a box office hit. Over $100 million in the first weekend alone.
Yeah, and I think some are saying she may have single-handedly helped save the DC universe, entertainment universe, with this movie. So she's got a lot of juice. She's got all the levers on her side. So DC owes her a lot, and she delivered. So I would think that it will just be a matter of the right amount of zeros to get her to sign.
Yeah, it really is. She's got one project after this that she's working on, and then I imagine that DC's just going to go up to her and go, DC and Warner Brothers are just going to go up to her and go, look, whatever you need, like, just don't worry about it, do it, make another movie, make something like you just did for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I know we haven't really talked in detail about Wonder Woman. We're saving that for tonight for the Omni Bros Live. Obviously, most of the fans, they love it. And then you've got your occasional haters and things like that. But it's a safe bet that we're going to get another Wonder Woman movie down the road.
Well, great. I can't wait to see it today.
Yeah. No post-credit scene. Just giving you a heads up, like I said.
I appreciate that. As opposed to Guardians of the Galaxy's 7 or whatever it was.
It was 5, and after the third one, I was like, okay, yeah. Speaking of Wonder Woman, though, the first teaser trailer for Sony's Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman has been released. I've already watched it. There's really nothing to see. Coinciding with the Wonder Woman weekend opening, the film stars Luke Evans, Rebecca Hall, and Bella Heathcote as William Moulton Marston, Elizabeth Marston, and Olivia Byrne, the creators of DC's Wonder Woman.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, me either. It's actually being done by Sony, not Warner Brothers.
Huh.
Yeah. It's interesting. I wonder how deep they're gonna dive into the creator. Because few people don't realize he was actually the creator of the lie detector as well.
Right. I did know that. Yeah. So he's a very interesting guy.
He was I believe he was a therapist, right? Or a psychologist?
I think he was a psychiatrist. He was a doctor. So I think he was a psychiatrist.
Yeah, a lot of people really don't know the origins of Wonder Woman, and they don't even realize that her origins are set firmly in a lot of BDSM material. I'm serious.
I know you are.
A lot of people don't realize it. The lasso of truth, how in every single issue in the classic Golden Age Wonder Woman stories, she was tied up and she would be in chains and stuff. And people never caught on to that stuff back then. And he himself was in an open relationship with his secretary and his wife.
Well, I didn't know that either. This movie sounds really good to me.
You didn't know that, Jess?
I didn't.
Yeah, he was in an open relationship with his secretary and his wife. They had fun.
I gotta get in on that gig. I gotta get a secretary.
Yeah, I think our secretary is Nick, so I'm sorry, man.
Oh, I don't need him as my secretary.
You don't need him. We got Miranda as HR and Nick as a secretary.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need that.
No.
But I'm really interested to see how far they actually go into detail and if they touch on those certain aspects and certain areas of his personal life that a lot of people they don't realize about Wonder Woman.
Yeah. That sounds really cool. I'm very excited to see it now that you jacked me up for it. That's cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be something that I'm looking forward to watching, and I'm also gonna look forward to watching the reactions from like a lot of people, including Fox News, when they realize, oh my God, Wonder Woman's promoting BDSM or something like that. It's all hidden in the messages and stuff, you know. But yeah, they're actually speaking of Fox News. There was something I completely forgot to bring up. We typically shy away from the political stuff, but I thought this was kind of funny. Let me pull it up real quick. I wanted to touch base with you. Oh, Fox News is saying Wonder Woman is not patriotic enough.
Not patriotic enough?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to see the movie to be a judge of that, but what does she have to do to be patriotic enough?
Okay, so, okay. The Your World with Neil Cavuto, host, and his guest, he pointed out that her outfit is not red, white, and blue in order to appeal to foreign markets. The film doesn't reference America.
She's from Themyscira or wherever, not the U.S.
The panel concluded that Wonder Woman is in fact not patriotic enough.
Oh, what a bunch of dopes.
Which, oh my God. Wait till they find out Superman is an immigrant.
Yeah. Right.
That's so dumb.
That is very dumb. Not patriotic enough. She's not from the GDUS. Good grief.
What was it? I think nowadays, hold on. Where's the quote? Commentators. Patty Jenkins' comic adaptation has found a few detractors at Fox News who are criticizing that they deem to be a lack of American patriotism. And then they pointed out the film's heroine is actually a fictional Amazonian warrior princess, but don't tell them that. I think nowadays, sadly, money trumps patriotism, said guest Dion Baya during Friday's episode of Your World with Neil Cavuto. Especially recently, I personally feel like we're not really very patriotic. The country is in a certain sense. They want these movies to succeed internationally, so they're going to dial back.
Well, that's a load of horse hockey.
It's stupid. Here's the thing. You have people commentating on Wonder Woman that they have not read a Wonder Woman comic probably ever.
I bet they may not have even seen the movie, so they don't know she's from Themyscira.
That's really kind of hard to say. Themyscira.
Is
right?
that it? Themyscira?
Yeah, I want to say yes.
Okay. Yeah. She's a made-up character, too.
It was kind of funny because I went to a very conservative university to get my bachelor's degree, not by choice. It was just kind of the only option I had left at the time when I got out of my first 2 years and got my AA. And I was sitting in a film class, and one of the guys was like complaining because Henry Cavill's a Brit and he was playing Superman.
Oh, great. So,
Yeah.
oh, brother.
He's like,
You just can't change the mindset of idiots.
no. And the thing is, he was saying like, and they got a foreigner too to play Superman, just not American. And I just looked at him and I said, I swear to you, Jess, I looked him dead in the eyes and I said, sir, boy, you are a fucking idiot. You do realize you're an immigrant, right? I just looked at, and I shut him up. He's like, just this big redneck country fat guy. I was like, just shut the fuck up. And he was quiet the rest of the class.
Good for you.
I just don't have patience for stupidity. I'm sorry.
No, that's one thing I don't have patience for. That's why I try and avoid it.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for Wonder Woman news. I know we're kind of speeding through some things. This is going to be a quick show, guys. Jess has actually got a movie to catch. So, but Cowboy Bebop, you've seen it. You enjoyed it. The cult anime TV series is getting a U.S. live-action remake by Tomorrow Studios, Midnight Radio, and the Thor writer. Tomorrow Studios' Marty Adelstein joins venture with ITV Studios, and it is developing a live-action adaptation of the cult Japanese animated series Cowboy Bebop. Tomorrow Studios has teamed on the project with Midnight Radio, who will executive produce along Sunrise Studio. The space western sci-fi story stars Spike Spiegel and his ragtag crew of bounty hunters or cowboys as they try to capture galaxy's worst criminals and survive unexpected dangers. Cowboy Bebop is considered one of the best anime series of all time. It produced 26 episodes, which aired in Japan from 1998 to 1999. It has done well internationally, garnering several animes and science fiction awards, and is credited with helping to introduce anime to a new wave of Western viewers in the U.S. It aired on Adult Swim. We are excited to work with Sunrise in bringing this beloved anime to the U.S. and global marketplace as a live-action series, said Adelstein. The animated version has long resonated with audiences worldwide, and with the continued and ever-growing popularity of anime, we believe a live-action version will have an incredible impact today. What do you think?
Well, I love Cowboy Bebop. That was one thing that Alex Holmes sent me a gift of because I had never seen anime before. And he sent me the whole series plus the movie, and I loved it. I thought it was just fun and compelling and interesting and just cracked me up in so many places. But it was poignant too. It was great. I loved it. I can see both sides of it. I can see how somebody might want to see a live action version of it, but then I can see the other side of it where people say, see what they did with Ghost in the Shell and see why try and improve on something that's already perfect. I mean, it's a perfect anime, so I don't know. Some people are going to say, why do it? What comes to my mind is live action Alvin and the Chipmunks. That was a movie that was awful. I never saw it because it was so awful, but like Alvin and the Chipmunks was a fun cartoon. Why bring them to the big screen? Well, money. Okay. But I think Cowboy Bebop, it's gonna have to be very heavily CGI and special effects laden because it takes place out in space, and I mean they're constantly in all kinds of radical spaceships facing down all kinds of radical bad guys. So, the jury's out. If they do it and it turns out great, really, that's great. Okay. But I'm not sure it really needs to be done.
I don't think it does. I think it's fine the way it is. Again, I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop. You've seen it. But I know it's a very, very beloved series among anime enthusiasts and among fans. It's very beloved.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop's been floating around for the longest time. I know Keanu Reeves has expressed interest in being the main star.
Okay, I hate it already.
Really?
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
first of all, he's got to have a big thing of pushy, uppy hair, and I don't want to see Keanu Reeves with a bunch of spiky hair.
Yeah.
And he needs to be skinnier. It needs to be somebody skinny with pokey, spiky hair.
He's got to be a very lean guy, like super, super lean. There was another one. There are fan pictures floating around where Benedict Cumberbatch.
As who? Spike?
As Spike. Hold on. There are fan pictures out there where they've edited the hair and everything on the guy, and he looks really good. Let me pull it up real quick, and I'll send you the picture.
Oh, I signed off of Facebook because it was making noise.
Actually, could you just look it up yourself? Google Benedict Cumberbatch Spike Spiegel, and it'll be like one of the first things that comes up.
I would think so. Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's not bad.
Spike Spiegel. Oh yeah.
Right?
He does look pretty good.
It's not bad.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll give him a shot.
I think he would look the part more than Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I'd give that a shot. Thanks for showing me that. That's actually fun.
Yeah, will he do it? I doubt it. The guy's just super busy, and this is a TV series. But I really want this to work. I want it to succeed. I need to sit down and watch Cowboy Bebop. It's not long. It's only 26 episodes. I could easily go through that in a week. You enjoyed it, correct?
Oh God, I loved it. And you need to watch the movie. Like, I think it's between episode 23 and 24. I'm certain that we'll be able to find out for sure if you actually do it. But there's a movie they made that they released in theaters, and it directly affects the last three episodes of the show. Mm-hmm. So you need to have that in your docket too. But yeah, it's great. It's super fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, my last question, now that we saw Benedict, I think this has to go to either FX or HBO. This has to be something big budget. Like, the budget has to be pretty big on this, because you say,
yeah,
maybe they could get away with it on the Sci-Fi Channel since they've done things like Babylon 5 and stuff like that, but yeah. I don't think that would work there.
Well, there's always, I mean, there's like the Bebop, and then it's got these little spacecraft that go out and shoot out and go chasing and do all kinds of wild, crazy, gravity-defying things, chasing down people, and being able to land like on a dime and stuff. And I don't know, man. That's going to take some money to do that.
Yeah, it's
for live action.
If they're going to do it right, they're going to have to put money into it.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Spike Spiegel's fighting style is actually inspired by Jeet Kune Do, which is Bruce Lee's fighting style.
I didn't know that specifically, but I know that Sherlock Alexi told me that a while ago. And yeah, Spike is a great fighter.
Next thing that we've got, like I said, we're flying through this, guys, because Jess has got to see it, the Wonder Woman before tonight, because that's the subject of tonight's Omni Bros Live. I think that's on Riley's channel this week, if I'm not mistaken. Runaways is relaunching, and the creative team and release month have been revealed. I am a huge sucker for Runaways. I love Brian K. Vaughan's run on it. That's the only run that I've read of Runaways. What are you a fan of it?
I haven't read it.
You haven't read Runaways? Wow.
I suck. It's part of my 80% backlog that I have. No, I haven't read it.
I think you would enjoy Runaways, man.
Well, I've heard. Brian K. Vaughan I love, and I've heard nothing but awesome things about it. So, I'm totally up for it. I'm in the middle of my Hellboy read, so I don't know. Maybe I can work it in with my Hellboy read.
So you have started the Hellboy read?
Yeah.
How far are you?
I'm almost at the end of Library Edition 2.
Okay, so you're about halfway through the main Hellboy stuff.
Okay.
So pretty soon you're going to start tying in the BPRD and the Ape Sapien stuff.
Oh, okay.
I remember
Good.
that.
Yeah, I've got the whole list printed out on how to read it.
Are you waiting for the hardcovers for Hell on Earth, or do you have Hell on Earth?
No, I'm waiting for the hell covers. I'm waiting for the hard covers.
But to get back on subject, after a series teaser that revealing the characters involved, Marvel has announced that author Rainbow Rowell and artist Chris Anka are launching a new Runaways series. I have no clue who these people are.
I think YA is young adult author.
Oh, author.
Author.
This is my favorite Marvel book. When editor Mick Lowe first reached out to me a few years ago about maybe working for Marvel, it was the first thing I asked him about. Rowell told Entertainment Weekly. The characters in an original story by Brian K. Vaughan are just so great and so beautifully built. I was excited because I always felt like there were more Runaway stories, and that book should have just kept going.
Okay. Well, I haven't read it, but I acquiesce to you and your opinions. If you love it, I'm sure I'd love it.
Runaways is fun. It's not Brian K. Vaughan's best work, but it's still a really fun series. You know the general premise. It's like a bunch of kids, they find out their parents are supervillains, and things ensue.
Yeah, I do know that much.
And plus, they have a velociraptor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Old Lace, I believe. Old Lace, I think, is what the velociraptor's name is. It's been a long time since I've read that series. Okay, this one I thought was actually pretty cool. Steve Dillon's memorial beer brewed in honor of him by his longtime collaborator. That's awesome. Really awesome.
That is awesome. I'd like my longtime collaborator to brew a root beer for me.
Ooh.
Only not wait till I'm dead.
Okay, you don't drink anymore, obviously, but if we had to brew one beer for you in honor of you, what would it be?
I haven't had a beer in over 9 years. I forget what it tastes like even, so okay. I don't know. I know IPAs are popular, so I'd say IPA.
Okay, what about a root beer? Would you like any specific type of root beer? Would it have to be like a flow, or would it have to be something natural?
I like my root beer flavored with honey. My favorite root beer is Dominion root beer, and it's flavored with honey. That gives it a really smooth, cool, sweet taste. It's not harsh like I think Barks is harsh, and it's not as vanilla-y as A&W, so which I like, but I like it. It's really good. But I wouldn't even know what kind of beer would be brewed in my honor.
And I love A&W root beer. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But I sent you pictures. Next time you're in town, if you're ever in town here, we're stopping at Red Robin. And I told you, you can drink root beers. All you can drink root beer float, where they have, it's just a big thing like this, too. It's huge.
That's how I want to die. I want to die overdosing on an unending root beer float.
They bring you out one cup, and it's kind of chilled, and there's ice cream inside of it. And then they bring out like a giant cup of root beer like this big, and you just pour it inside. And it's unending. You can order as many as you want.
Oh, we're going there, and then we're having juniors, and then we're doing all this Cuban sandwich, and then we're doing everything else.
Oh, I got Gabe hooked on Cuban sandwiches.
I saw that.
Poor guy. And then I talked to him last night because we did a Q&A really late last night. He's like, I wasn't the real deal because they didn't include the mustard and mayo inside the sandwich. They put it separately.
Oh, you got to have the mustard in it.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever had a Cuban sandwich?
Oh, lots of times, yeah.
Okay, so you got to have the mustard and the mayo inside the sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not it's not optional.
No. If you're doing a Cuban sandwich, you got to get that right.
Yeah.
But super excited about that. And let me jump back into this. Hold on. Colorist Matthew Hollingsworth recently homebrewed a beer in honor of his longtime collaborator and friend, the late Steve Dillon, named Dylan. Hollingsworth shared it at a homebrew competition last weekend and tweeted about it. The party had 650 guests. The keg lasted maybe a half hour at most before it blew. Holy shit.
Oh, he made his own keg?
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess he's a brewer. Brewing is really popular among a lot of people right now, that they like to brew their own beer.
Yeah.
Hollingsworth said, when I walked out to pour the keg, there was a massive line of people already waiting in line for it, and as I approached the tap, a large cheer rose from the crowd. Hollingsworth Dylan Homebrew was an imperial stout of 10.6%. That's a lot of alcohol.
Stout. That's like coffee too.
Yeah, which he let age for 7 months.
Wow.
He said Steve would have liked the party. The beer would have been too strong for him, but he would have politely have drunk a glass before switching back to Guinness. He would have gotten a kick out of the people cheering for me and the beer with his name on it.
That's a great story.
That is. I mean, it's a cool way of a good friend immortalizing another
Yeah,
friend who recently passed. It's a really cool way, especially, Steve Dillon being, I believe he was Irish, love beer. That's just part of the culture.
sure.
And Guinness, that's super, super cool of him. But Jesus, 10.6. Wow.
Yeah, that's some swag in there.
Yeah, that'll put hair on your chest.
Oofa.
Last news story. James Gunn post Guardians 3 plans includes new element for Marvel Cosmic Universe. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 director James Gunn has made no bones about his plans to direct Marvel movies beyond the already confirmed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And according to Gunn himself, those films could spin directly out of the third Guardians film, but will stick to the cosmic side of things. So he seems like he's perfectly happy just working in cosmic stuff.
Well, he's certainly good at it, so that's great news.
Yes, he is.
He knows what he's doing.
Gunn said, "We talk about it all the time. It's already part of what I'm doing with Marvel and the conversations that Kevin Feige and I have every day," Gunn told IGN. "When we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and the story, that's a story that will lead to other stories. It's an innate to the DNA that's the end of a trilogy, but it's the beginning of a whole other element of the Marvel Cosmic Universe. That's a part of what I'm doing now." Which I think he was kind of laying seeds for that later on, especially with the whole Sylvester Stallone inclusion in the last film and things like that.
With the classic Guardians?
Right. That's God, there has to be something that plays out with that in the next film.
Yeah.
So it might be a thing where those Guardians meet up with these Guardians, and who knows? Because all this stuff is post Infinity War, so we don't know what's going to happen next year post Infinity War and how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to change, if it changes all that much at all.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be pretty epic, these two movies, to include all these characters. That's going to be grand in scope.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been filming the Russo brothers posted a picture. They've been filming already for 60 days.
Wow.
Just nonstop filming. It's huge. Like, the scale of this is insane. Almost every single Marvel character, except for like the TV guys, are pretty much showing up in this thing.
Uh-huh.
It's just I can't imagine.
You
I
mean
can't imagine
Legion's
having.
not part of it? That's gonna suck.
Yeah, Legion's not part of it, dude. I know. That would be cool though.
Yeah, if they used Legion as the ultimate weapon.
I'm reading through the Legion omnibus right now, and I'm enjoying that so damn much.
It is so good.
Oh, it's so good. And what's the name of that girl that he goes on a date with?
I can't remember. I read it whenever it came out, and of course I'm terrible with names.
The one that has the blindfold on it. I really like what they're doing with her character.
Oh yeah. Right. I know who you're talking about.
Oh, it's such a great read, man.
It is really good.
I'm about halfway through it right now. It's not a long omnibus, but I've been enjoying the hell out of it.
No, it's actually a perfect size omnibus for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually get through it as opposed to Simonson's Thor, which is going to take half my life.
Do you have it?
I do, and it's just sitting there. It's intimidating.
It is. It's a very intimidating omnibus. I'm wondering if the reprint is going to have the thinner paper in December. I think that's when it comes out.
Oh, okay.
That's an intimidating book, man. And the binding on it was terrible when I got it.
Yeah, I don't think my binding, I still need to open it up and check the binding, but I imagine mine's not immune to those binding problems.
All right, Jess. So we're going to go ahead and end this because I know you are on your way out to see Wonder Woman.
Woo!
I actually sat down and watched some of those old classic episodes the other day.
Oh, did you?
They don't hold up. But Carrie Fisher sure does. No, not Carrie Fisher. What's her name?
Carter.
Linda Carter definitely holds up.
Yeah.
All right, man. So where can they find you?
They can find me on YouTube. I have a show called Omni Dogs Vault. And I just put up videos yesterday.
You have been killing it lately. You've been doing a lot of good stuff on there, man. Been
Thank
enjoying
you.
it. Yes, sir. And thanks once again, patrons. Again, I apologize for a super short video, but I actually have to run out and do groceries and do a few other things before the show tonight. And just gotta go see that WW. So I'm wishing everybody a good day, good night, good wherever you are, and I will see you in a few hours.
Peace and love.
Later.